I don't believe I'm the only one thinking of old 90s R&B music in response to that. So who believes Gary? Nobody. Who thinks he's gonna fight TC? Nobody. Nobody, baby.
I want the night for me and you.
Hi, this is Joe Cortez. You're watching ShowBizz, The Adult.
Oh, this is Bernard Hopkins, ShowBizz, The Adult. I'm out.
Oops, up off net, up off net. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. So, Gary Russell says that he's in negotiations to take on Terrence Bud Crawford. Oops, what's beef? And Teofimo Lopez takes up for his friend Rolly Romero. Whoops! Hey, man, look. Let's get to the reaction. First, I want to say this. It is fight week, boy. And I am looking forward, out of all the fights that's going on this week, I am looking forward to the rematch between Person and Katie Taylor. Let's hit the iconic Mike Tyson bell for that one. Let's go, baby, boy. Look, it's going to be extremely hard for me to make a prediction for that fight. I know, in my opinion, Katie Taylor is the better boxer out of the two. And it's the rule of thumb. If you're going to make a prediction, you're going to have to go for the better boxer. But that is not always the case. We've seen it happen many times before. And we don't know which one this is. Is this Mayweather Maidana or is this Forrest Mayorga? In the fights with Mayweather and Maidana, it was Mayweather who was the superior boxer. But that first fight, many people thought that Marcos Maidana deserved the nod. But in the rematch, you saw why Floyd Money Mayweather was the more superior boxer, displaying his skills and easily defeating Marcos Maidana the second time. But with Vernon Forrest and Mayorga, Forrest was definitely the better boxer out the two, but Mayorga, he just had his number. So when you think of Taylor versus Person, Person is a big, strong, busy, aggressive, and brave brawler. And we can all trust that Katie Taylor, with her superior boxing skills, will be able to make adjustments. But I'm not sure if I'm willing to put my money on it. But if you are, go to busr.com/showbiz. Because if you're certain on who the victor is going to be, you might as well make a little money on the side in the process. Because if you are certain on who the victor is going to be, you might as well... Because if you are certain on who the victor is going to be, you might as well make a little money in the meantime. Because if you are certain on who the winner's going to be, then you might as well make your little cash. Now, let's talk Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has been pretty busy on social media and sending out some tweets lately and on Instagram. And if you didn't see, Rolly Romero didn't have a great time against Jackson Martinez last weekend. Many people feel that Martinez was robbed and he deserved the nod against Romero. Ooh. Me, myself, I was watching the UFC event 252, but I did see a replay of the fight, and I can't agree that I think Martinez deserved the nod. But with Teofimo Lopez and Rolly being the best of buds, Lopez jumped on Twitter to support his friend Rolly. Let's read a few of his tweets here. Teofimo Lopez tweets, "I can give 2 Fs about what y'all say about me. My last tweet was more so about @sign-up-for-KOs and how many of you are eating this man alive. If the man is willing to have a rematch to prove he won, then so be it. Case closed." Now let's go to sign up for KOs here. And that is his friend, Rolly Romero. Now, the last tweet Teofimo Lopez was referring to was this one. How is it that majority of these boxing journalists are so-called experts, but have never fought a day in their life, in or outside the ring? And yet, we have to listen to that shit. LOL, hashtag pathetic. So Teofimo Lopez is supporting his friend Rolly Romero, and Rolly Romero, he has also shown that support for Teofimo Lopez. In a recent article, Rolly Romero said that he thinks Teofimo Lopez is going to knock out Vasily Lomachenko with the same right hand that Jorge Linares dropped Vasily Lomachenko with. And speaking of which, Teofimo Lopez, he has been responding with tweets to those criticizing him negotiating and trying to get a little bit extra money in order to take on Vasily Lomachenko. Check out a tweet here. He says, "How are you mad at me? And I'm just trying to feed my family." He also tweeted, "Y'all going to feel me after this. F you and everybody else. This is how I'm coming October. I do this shit." Teofimo Lopez has also said the notion that Vasily Lomachenko gave a portion of his purse to Teofimo Lopez in order to make the fight happen. He's saying that that's a bunch of hogwash and that never happened. What I have to say about that is this. Teofimo Lopez is fully aware of what us as fans and his critics are saying and thinking at every moment. Fans are developing a closer relationship now than ever before, and these fighters are fully aware of what we're thinking. Hell, even in my community, I've credited a lot of you fans for putting the pressure on Teofimo Lopez to make this fight by calling Teofimo Lopez a duck for trying to negotiate his deal in order to make the Vasily Lomachenko fight happen in the first place. I thought it was obvious that Teofimo Lopez was listening and he has his ear to the streets. The support he's showing for his friend Rolly Romero, I think that makes sense, and the same for Rolly Romero. Right now it's kind of looking like them two against the world. But I did read into that tweet when he said that if Rolly wanted to have a rematch, then it's on him. Meaning that I feel Teofimo Lopez is kind of hinting that, hey, maybe you should have a rematch just to shut everybody up. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments below. Now, let's do a reaction to this Gary Russell saying that he's in negotiations with Terrence Bud Crawford. Dude, if Gary Russell is in negotiations with Terrence Bud Crawford, I'll be shocked. I don't believe this play. I don't believe this play.
Let the fans know what it really is. I will fuck Terrence Crawford up. As a matter of fact, just to let you know.
He's saying that he'll F Terrence Crawford up. Go ahead, talk that, Gary. My bad. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go.
As a matter of fact, just to let you know how serious I am, I already got off the phone with Al a couple days ago, and we in negotiations right now to the fans who don't know. We definitely reached out to Bud and them. And we just waiting on back for a response. So this shit going down on my end, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on, wait a second. Wait a minute. He reached out to Bud and them and he's waiting on a response. So he's not in the negotiations. Negotiations mean that you guys are having a conversation. I mean, reaching out, I don't think that means that he's in negotiations. Hold on one second.
So this shit going down on my end, baby. You know what I'm saying? All the suckers in the little, I can't believe, I always kind of knew you was in the bitch, in the fake motherfuckers organization, man.
What?
Him, Terrence Crawford, Mark Davis.
Hold on, I thought he was talking about Terrence Crawford. Hold on real quick. That who's in the sucker association?
So this shit going down on my end, baby. You know what I'm saying? All the suckers in the little, I can't believe, I always kind of knew you was in the bitch, in the fake motherfuckers organization, man. Him, Terrence Crawford.
Who is him?
Mark Davis.
Oops.
Everybody talking about Lomachenko. Lomachenko punk ass don't want to see me.
Okay. Okay. I see where he's at. I see where he's at. Okay. Where he is this. All right. Gary Russell, I must admit, he's been looking like a boogeyman, okay, over the past couple of years. Not too many people look like they're actually looking at a Gary Russell fight. Gary Russell is one of those guys that's a huge risk. I mean, he's only lost to Lomachenko. I mean, this guy is really a monster. He's a huge risk, extremely low reward as of right now. But the thing about Gary Russell is he hasn't really been that busy. So it's almost like he's in his own way. He can't really be a big reward because he's not in the consciousness of the casual boxing fan. But Gary Russell, he's done taking tweener fights. He wants the big fights. But right now, just calling people out isn't really enough because nobody's really checking for Gary Russell. So he's in a tough spot. I can't admit that. But as far as his negotiations with Terrence Bud Crawford, how many of you really believe that Gary Russell is in negotiations with Terrence Bud Crawford and that this fight is even a possibility? I don't believe I'm the only one thinking of old 90s R&B music in response to that. So who believes Gary? Nobody. Who thinks he's gonna fight TC? Nobody. Nobody, baby.
I want the night for me and you.
Please let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz, don't.